how to add user stories in Jira. Hi guys, welcome back to another video, and in today's video I'm going to be telling you about user stories, and I'm going to be telling you what they're used for, how you can add them. So let's get into it. So before I begin, I just want to say the link will be in the description below if you want to sign up Jira if you don't have an account. So make sure you check that out. And once you've signed up, you should be good to go. So I already have an account. You can see right here, I already have created a workspace as well. So when you first sign up, it'll automatically ask you to go ahead and create your workspace and your website. So for me, I just typed in youtubetesting.atlassian.net. That's the default, template. And next, it's going to ask you to go ahead and create spaces, and spaces are where you do all of your work. I already have created my space over here. So here you can see, if you click on create space, it'll look something like this. You can go with made for you. Templates based on how similar your team works. And over here on the left hand side, you're going to have all of your main categories. So legal, operations, personal design, finance, whatever. You also have different views as well, like Kanban, general service management, or product roadmap. Select whichever option you want. I selected Kanban since it's the most easiest and user friendly to go with. This is how it looks like. So once it's done, you should be good to go. Now, user stories, what are they? So if you come over here onto Atlassian's Help Center, right, here are the key takeaways. So user stories are concise, user-focused description of desired outcome that drive collaboration and values in agile team. They help teams understand the why behind the work and break down the large project into manageable tasks. Writing effective user stories involves clear personas, goals, and benefits, so ensuring alignment and momentum. So start by breaking down your next big project into user stories to clarify the properties and foster team engagement. Pretty cool. So these are where your user stories work best with. So you've got Scrum and Kanban. So within these frameworks, stories will be better. So this is like a preview of it. So here you have subtask, then you have story/task, and then you have the epic. So you can break down the entire task within 3 to 4 different, subtasks. And then you can also add like a story that is explaining what that task is for and why you are using it, right? So for example, if I come over here, I'll create a whole new space for this one. And for this one, we should go with the Scrum, but if we don't have it over here, let me find it. So this is custom template, software, Kanban. Here we go, Scrum. Plan, track, and execute works using sprint and backlog. We're going to continue with this one. So we're going to click on use template. And yeah, it looks good. So we can go with select a team manage space or select a company manage space. We'll go with the team manage space. And here we can go with company manage as well. We'll go with team, and here we give it a name. So we'll go with YouTube auto. And then, yeah, we'll go ahead and click on next. YA1, YA2. Yeah, Jira will sort out all of your tasks with YA, which are the initials of your entire workspace. Then you enter the names or emails for your administrator, for your teamwork. So there you go. I'll add that user and then click on invite and continue. You can skip this as well. It totally depends on you. And once it's done, you should be good to go. Then this is how it looks like, right? So here you've got your backlog. You can come over here at the top. This is your backlog. You can view it, everything over here. And this is your Kanban view, the board view, whatever you want to call it, So let's go ahead and create a to-do list, all right? So we can get started in the backlog, plan and start a sprint to see the work. So let's go into backlog. And here, what needs to be done? You can see right here, this is this task over here. If we click over here, we can click on story and then we can create it. And this is the backlog. So first, let's go ahead and type in add work type. You can add like a custom over here, name, description, whatever you want. You can also edit the work type as well. So for now, we're going to add tasks, right? We're going to add tasks. But let's say we need to create a whole new team to manage all of our YouTube videos. And also, if you don't want to create it from here, you can click on at the top over here, click on create, and then here, select the space and select the work type. We're going to create an epic first. And then within the epic, we're going to go ahead and, type in what it is that we want. So we can have labels, we can have parents, due dates, everything. So for now, let's go ahead and add an entire summary. So for this one, we're going to create epic. We're going to status to do, and the summary basically just, content pipeline automation. We'll click on create. We don't need to focus on anything else. We can just go with that one. Next, once we have that, we can view the epic over here. Click on over here. We can check this out. So this is how it looks like. So yeah, looks pretty cool. Next, let's go ahead and add a story. So for this one, we'll click on story. For this one, we're going to need topic sourcing plus validation. We're going to click on create. All right. So now we have this user story created. Now we need to add more stuff within it. We need to add description, subtags, and linked it to other as well. The pipeline will link it to that epic. We can create more stuff over here. And these are our story points, estimate, starting dates, everything. So we can also create one over here as well if you didn't want to do that. So here, if we click on story, scroll down, you can add summary and a description. And I pasted this over here, basically explaining what this is, what we're going to do. We can add labels over here. We can create specific labels. We can create a parent over here. We can choose a due date, start date, sprint, and whatever. So we got story point estimate over here. We can go ahead and, add. So you can measure the complexity and or size of the requirements. So you can go with what you want. So we can just put 100 over here. And yeah, I think this is okay. And then we can click on create. So now we have a whole content production within the pipeline as well. So if we go ahead and click on timeline or go into boards, actually, let me refresh this, but I don't think it'll show up within the board section. So we should be good to go over here. And here you can see, this one is in the backlog. We can move it up over here, or we can just move this down over here and boom, we now have the topic over here. So this is it. This is the main topic, right? Sprint number 1. Within it, we have 2 topics. I just accidentally created the other one. And here we don't have an epic. We can add that epic. We already have the epic connected over here. So for this one, you can click over here and click on that. But I accidentally created 2 ones over here. So there you go. So that's how we can, add parents and, add them. So again, very similar to this one. We have the epic. This is the main thing. Then we have story / task within it. And then we have subtasks within them. So pretty cool. So if you click on, any of these little tasks within the task, you can add subtasks over here. So how do we do this? Subtasks are basically baby steps to those main tasks that you want to create. So here you can go ahead and add a bunch of different tasks as to how you can complete a channel operator and how you can create topics, reliable signals, and publish videos. So there you go. Then you can just simply go ahead and navigate all of them. So you can also add assignees, you can add labels, parents, we've already created that, due date, team, all of those stuff you can go ahead and create. We've already added the complexity over here. So story point estimate, it's 100, which is pretty cool, but you can go ahead and sort them out however you want. You can go with 100,000, 10, 20, 30 out of 100, whatever. So pretty cool. And then you can click on start sprint over here. So 2 work items will be included within this sprint. Sprint is basically like a timeline that you can create. And within that time frame, you have to complete them so that you are on track. So then you can go ahead and complete them. And yeah, it's as simple as that. So there you go. That's how you can add user stories within Jira. So if you've watched the video so far, then you know now how this website works perfectly and how you can use it to make money online and how you can use it to start your own business online as well. Just make sure to do everything I did in the video in a step-by-step manner and you'll be good to go. So having said that, thank you guys for watching and I hope to see you guys in the next video, and until next time, take care and goodbye.